everyone. Welcome to today's focus group on Zoho CRM and Zoho Projects integration. This is the second part of the focus group webinar series on integrations with CRM. Today, we will see how this integration helps you to manage tasks more efficiently and make better and relevant business decisions by associating projects to the clients in CRM. Let's get started. I am Aishwarya from Zoho Community. I'll be walking you through the Zoho Projects integration with Zoho CRM in different scenarios of a business use case. We have our panel of experts from both our CRM and projects team to answer your questions and discuss interesting areas in this topic at the end of the session. Drop your questions in the Q&A section in the left panel and utilize this opportunity to ask as many questions as you have about today's topic. We have pre-recorded this session in order to avoid any technical difficulties. In case you encounter any technical glitches, do inform us in the chat. We will try and rectify it as soon as possible. Some housekeeping information before we get started. Audio is available through your computer and attendees are muted. You can ask questions through the questions interface. Let's check out today's agenda. We will start with a quick walkthrough of integrations. Then, we will try to understand the need for integrating CRM and projects and the benefits therein. We will look at a real-time business use case that is sourced from our forums and how projects integration fits in here. Then, we will take a quick look at the benefits of integrating Zoho Projects with Zoho Desk. And at the end, we'll take up questions that you have for us. For our example today, we are looking into a mid-sized design firm that employs a set of salespeople who are on the lookout for and interact with possible customers trying to get new business or projects. They also have the design team who are the ones who actually work on the projects for the customers. These projects are custom designed based on each customer's business model. The customer shares their requirements for their website design. Now, these requirements come in the form of bits of data that is fed into the CRM. To ensure smooth sailing of this procedure, we require a tool that allows the development team to create projects along with tasks for building and designing the website that documents each step and provides a structure until the entire process is over. We do this using Zoho Projects. So, the customer reaches the sales team wanting to know about the progress of the website design once in a while to approve it or track changes or even provide feedback. The sales team are not aware of the project status and have to reach the development team as they do not have access to the status of the project. So here, not only is there a delay in communication, the sales team responses aren't very contextual either. The sales team will be forced to capture the project data after every communication with the development team in the notes, resulting in duplication of efforts and data. This causes unnecessary delay in reverting to the customer. Also, there is the possibility of details being lost in transition. Let's talk about how we can bridge this rift using the Zoho CRM and projects integration. Let us start with what integrations are before we get started on today's integration. To put it simply, integration acts as a bridge connecting multiple platforms, allowing data to flow smoothly. For instance, you can integrate your CRM with inbuilt Zoho integrations like Desk for ticket management, Projects for task management, Analytics for analyzing data and creating data visualizations, or Zoho Phone Bridge for telephony support. This allows you to spend less time managing your software and more time managing your business. Now that we have got an idea of what integrations are, let us see why we should integrate Zoho Projects with Zoho CRM. We begin with what are tasks. A task can be any activity that the user has to perform within a given time. Zoho CRM offers a native module that helps with managing tasks. This module allows to create tasks and set reminders for the same. There is also the option to create recurring tasks, which comes in handy in cases of follow-up. One can also set the priority for these tasks. Zoho Projects offers an end-to-end project management system. In Zoho Projects, you can create tasks, subtasks, and milestones to capture the progress of a project. It also provides the option of assigning tasks to multiple users or teams. For the tasks that have to be completed in a particular order, like document review, projects offer task dependency as well. To name a few, finish to start and start to finish. If you want the tasks to be assigned automatically based on the dates specified in the parent and child tasks, you can simply choose the dependency as automatic. For the finish to start dependency, the successor or the dependent task can't begin until the predecessor or the parent task is finished. Similarly, for the start to finish dependency, the successor or dependent task can be completed when the predecessor or the parent task is about to begin. Timesheets in Zoho Projects allows to track the time spent on the tasks and bugs. This is helpful when there are billable tasks and when vendors or consultants are in the picture. The task owner can log the time for each task. The project's portal provides transparency about the project status to the clients. You can view a comprehensive list of the status of all the work items across all the projects in the portal. The clients can log into Projects portal and check the progress of their project. For companies working with consultants or vendors, these third-party teams can be added to projects as external clients. The external clients will also have access to Projects portal with access to only the tasks and subtasks assigned to them. Zoho Projects also offers a calendar to keep track of the tasks. Each project will give a holistic view of the tasks, issues, timesheets, Gantt charts, reports, and much more. Why integrate Zoho Projects with Zoho CRM? The integration between Zoho CRM and Zoho Projects helps bridge the gap between the different teams in the company. This integration offers more than just viewing details about both the clients and the projects in a single place. Integrating Zoho CRM with Zoho Projects will result in a more robust system. If we take the case of a software company, the customer-facing teams will have access to the roadmap for the application. Similarly, the development team will also have access to the customer needs and feedback. The availability of data across systems will contribute to better business decisions. A tighter integration between the application helps to manage, maintain, and keep the applications updated while reducing data repetition and redundancy. This in turn translates to better communication among the teams and increased productivity. The integration is initiated from the Zoho CRM setup. Now, let us take a look at how to integrate Zoho CRM and projects. The integration has to be configured from the Zoho CRM. Go to Setup, select Zoho under the Marketplace section. The list of all the Zoho applications that can be integrated with CRM is displayed here. Click Setup Now under Zoho Projects. Get started. By default, the portal under your email address will be selected. You can choose the portal and continue with the integration. You can also choose another user's portal by entering the email address of the portal admin. After you enter the email address, the request will be sent for approval to the admin. Once they approve it, you can configure the rest of the integration. We have now chosen the portal. The field mapping section appears. Click the Map Now button to proceed to map the fields in both the applications. Click Done once you have mapped the fields in the applications. The fields from both the Deals and Accounts module in the CRM will be listed here. A point to note here is that there is no separate field mapping for the Contacts module. This will happen in the background and the association will be kept intact. Clicking the Setup button will display the permission list for the user profiles in the CRM. One can configure the permissions Click Done once you have configured the permission for the user profiles. Hit Save. We have now successfully integrated the two applications. Components of the CRM and projects integration. We will discuss in detail the components that are created as a result of the CRM and projects integration. We begin with the projects module created within the CRM. The complete projects application is embedded within the projects module in CRM. This will give an overview of the tasks, issues, and overdue items among other details. You can also switch to portfolio mode to view the project-wise summary. Administrators can make changes to the settings in both the applications under the same window by simply toggling between them. The next component that we are going to discuss is the projects related list. The Zoho projects related list will be displayed within the Accounts, Contacts, and Deals module in the CRM. This captures the details about the project like the status of a project, the project completion percent, number of tasks, milestones, and bugs. The components that we discussed in our demo account. We will start with the projects module in CRM. As you can see, the entire projects application is embedded within the projects module in the CRM. You get the overview of all the projects, the issues, the tasks, the overdue items within this module. This saves a lot of time as you don't have to access projects in a different tab. You can simply toggle between two modules in the CRM and access data from both the applications. The next component that we discussed was the Zoho Projects related list. The Zoho Projects related list is available within the Accounts, Contacts and Deals module. This related list gives details such as the status of the project, the percentage of project completion, milestones, tasks, and issues. There is also the option to create a new project from within the Zoho Projects related list. Now let us see how Zilker Corp leverages the Zoho Projects and CRM integration for their business. We will continue with the same example that we discussed earlier. Zilker is a website building company. Among the multiple teams in the company, there are the requirement gathering or the pre-sales team and the development team. The pre-sales team works closely with the customers to gather their requirements and pass them on to the development team. These details are evaluated by the development team and they begin work on the website design. The multiple stages in building the website are created in projects as milestones. The various teams like the testing team, the QA team, the review team, etc. are assigned corresponding tasks. Let us assume the customer Jack has submitted an inquiry through the CRM web form. Ryan from the pre-sales team has reached Jack over a call. The requirements for the website are gathered by Ryan. These details are then forwarded to the development team. The communication between the sales and the development team is either verbal or through email. Joel, the development head, analyzes the requirement and then creates a project. He also creates milestones, tasks, and subtasks and assigns the tasks to the relevant developers. So here we see a project named Sample Website Development. There are a list of milestones and tasks. Each milestone has a set of tasks. Now we will proceed to see how this integration helps with communication between the pre-sales team and the development team, thereby benefiting the customer. Let us assume that the project is in the planning stage. The developers running a feasibility check require some more details from the customer. Now Joel creates a task within projects to reach out to Jack and adds the tasks to CRM. So let us see how Joel creates the task. There is the option to add the task to CRM. Let us give a name, setup So after you've entered the task name and description, there is also the option to choose the owner, the start date, the due date, the option to add to Zoho CRM is enabled. The accounts that are associated with this project will be displayed here. Now since Jack is from the Global Deluxe Chairs company, I am selecting this and then I click the add button. Once the add button is clicked, this task is available in both projects as well as Zoho CRM. There is an interesting feature within the tasks in projects. Now, seeing the task that Joel has created, Ryan calls the customer. He gets the necessary details and captures them in an email. The option to add a task comment via email is available in tasks. Now, Ryan can draft an email with the customer details and the requirements and send it to this email ID. Clicking this icon will copy the email address. Ryan can simply forward the requirements to this email address and the details will be captured as comments to this task. Once Ryan sends the email, Joel will directly be able to get the details of the call from within the projects module. Switch to the CRM to see the changes that have been made because of the task that Joel has created in projects. Now the open activities section within the account displays the task that was created within projects. The icon here indicates the task is in sync with Zoho Projects. There is also the option to create a task from CRM and associate it to Zoho Projects. So once you enter the details, clicking the Save and Add to Zoho Projects will add this task to the relevant project. This can come in handy when there are certain details that need to be passed from the pre-sale side to the development side. For example, if the customer comes and reaches the pre-sales team with an issue, the pre-sales team can create a task for the development team to let them know their availability for a remote session. Now the tasks from CRM to projects can be used in these cases. There is also the Zoho Projects related list that we discussed earlier, which will give an overview of what the project status is, so that when the customer reaches asking for an update, the salesperson will be in a position to update the status of the project to the customer. Now, we move on to the recent and upcoming developments in Zoho Projects and the CRM integration. We would like to bring to your notice the recent development. Previously, the option to create or associate projects directly with B2C clients was not supported. We had also received votes from our users requesting the same. Now, you can create new projects or associate existing projects for B2B and B2C clients. We have inserted screenshots where a contact which is not associated to an account is shown. When trying to associate a project with the contact, you will be shown a pop-up with the message reading, There is no account associated with this contact. Do you still want to proceed? Clicking the Yes Proceed button will give the option of creating a new project. You can give the details for the project and save the project. We are also happy to inform that we are in works to support this same option for the Deals module. Once this is supported, you can directly associate projects with deals. We are expecting this to go live within the next month. We had received a few requests for this integration from our customers in the first session of the focus group series. The integration between Zoho Desk and Zoho Projects simplifies the communication between the customer facing team and the other teams. We will continue with the same use case that we have discussed earlier. The client Jack encounters an issue with the website when testing it. He writes to the support team elaborating on the same. The support rep to whom the request is assigned to has to forward the issue details to the development team. This is where the integration between Zoho Desk and Zoho Projects helps. We will see how this integration will help the customer facing team to push the details directly to Zoho Projects from within Zoho Desk. Let us take a look at how to configure the integration. The integration between Zoho Desk and Zoho Projects has to be initiated from the Zoho Desk end. Click Setup. Choose Zoho under the Marketplace section. This displays the list of all the Zoho applications that integrate with Zoho Desk. We are choosing Zoho Projects. Click Integrate. By default, the projects portal under your email address will be listed here. If you are part of more than one project portal, you will have the option to choose the portal from the drop-down. Once the portal is chosen, click Authorize. There is a message that says the Zoho Projects account authorization is successful. Now, we can choose the project that is going to be associated with the department. You can also choose to create tasks and issues from Zoho Desk. The field mapping is done by default. Once you've chosen the project and the modules, click Save. The message says that the Zoho Projects integration has been configured. Now let us assume that the developers are unable to reproduce the issue that Jack has written about. The support rep, Ryan, has arranged for a remote session with the development team and Jack. Now, instead of sending an email or conversing with the development team to inform about the task, the support agent can directly create a task from within the ticket. The project to which the task has to be added can also be chosen. Once the task is added, the development team will be alerted about the task and they can access the same from within Zoho Projects. There is also the option to file a bug directly from within the ticket. If the customer has reached Ryan with an issue over call or over email, he can directly file the issue from within Zoho Desk and it will be registered as an issue in the bug tracker within Zoho Projects. Now, as you can see, the integration between Desk and Projects has cut down on the time that is taken to duplicate data in both applications. So the integration between desk, CRM and projects will render a well-connected system with the customer whereabouts being accessible to all the teams at any point in the sales cycle through retention. In today's session, we've discussed the importance of integrating Zoho CRM and Zoho Projects to bettering the overall efficiency of the task management process. We also saw how to set up the integration between these two applications. Then, we discussed how Zilker Corp leveraged the integration to bridge the gap in communication among the teams. Finally, we had a quick run through of the projects and desk integration to better the customer experience and improve the response time. Do try out the integrations that we have discussed today. Feel free to share your experience, or if you run into any challenges, do feel free to post them in Zoho community. We will be happy to help you. We will also have a live Ask the Experts session in the coming weeks. For those of you who are not familiar with this, we will have a panel of product experts from CRM and projects. You can ask questions about both the products and the integration. We will help you out immediately. This brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you.